recap of what happened yesterday afternoon, Thursday, at approximately 5:20 p.m. Narcotics units from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office were serving a search warrant at 5020 Cleveland Road, Cleveland Arms Department, apartment number 167. They announced at the apartment they had to make forced entry. The officers entered the apartment. They were met by suspect Herbert Harris, who was in the hallway. He was armed with a high-point 9mm semi-automatic handgun, which is that. We'll have a picture of that for you to give you in your package. Also in the apartment were Stephen Burnham, black male age 29, Daniela Sampson, a black female age 27. As the suspect was in the hallway, he produced a handgun and was shot twice. A total of 5 shots were fired by the undercover narcotics officer inside the apartment. The suspect is actively wanted, or was actively wanted, out of Ohio on a violation of probation on a felony assault. He also has a lengthy criminal history, which we will provide Mike, and then we'll provide to you after this. Danielle Sampson was interviewed afterwards, she is the leasee of the apartment. She admitted at that time that the suspect does sell drugs out of the apartment. He sells marijuana and powder cocaine. The search warrant revealed a small amount of powder cocaine, small amount of marijuana, and some drug paraphernalia. Any questions?
When you say that the drug agents announced and then they made forced entry, did they announce and there was no response?
Right, there was no announce, and that's why they had to make forced entry.
When you say that he had a gun, did he appear to be in some kind of an ambushing position, ready to fire, or did he draw it when he saw?
He had the gun in his hand. He had the gun in his hand when the police entered the apartment. He was in the hallway with the gun in his hand.
We saw a large amount of investigators out there yesterday. How many were there initially for that call?
Investigators, do you mean as undercover narcotics, or?
Yes.
I don't know the exact number, but there was 2 separate warrants. There was one at apartment number 167 and one at apartment number 118. So you have 2 separate teams serving 2 different search warrants at the same apartment complex. So that may account for the large number of undercover officers you saw.
Were they all looking for Herbert Harris?
No.
The other, apologies if you already said this, other people in the apartment,
Yes.
Are there any charges?
The investigation is still continuing on that. So they were brought down, they were interviewed, and they were released.
Were you seeking Harris because of the drugs or because of that warrant out of Ohio?
We were seeking Harris because of the undercover drug investigation.
Was there any, I don't know the terminology, is it a flash, something that
No.
you fire in there, or any tear gas?
No, I've heard that. I don't know where that came from, but that is not true.
So that
what is the terminology? Just like
Flashbang.
flashbang.
Or tear gas. I've heard both. Neither one was used at this.
So there was a broken window that was not associated to that?
It was associated, but it was broken. It wasn't broken with a flashbang or with anything else. The window was broken.
This apartment complex, obviously, we've all been there a time or two. What's to be said about taking out someone who was committing illegal acts there in this apartment complex?
Well, I mean, we work the complexes as we get complaints. Certainly armed drug dealers in an apartment complex like that is a danger to the community. That's what narcotics is out there doing. So that was the purpose of it. You know, you hate when these things turn out this way, but that happens. This is a dangerous business. The narcotics detectives that do that kind of work, it's very dangerous, and you hate that it happens, but it does.
Are you able to identify the detective?
No. He's an undercover narcotic detective. He is protected. His identity is protected by law.
And is paid, he's on administrative leave?
As is normal. He's the only one on administrative leave, yes.
We heard a rumor, or I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but that Mr. Harris had 1 leg?
Yes.
One leg.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.